Hey everyone, today I'll be diving into an important topic, immigration DNA testing, which is a very lucrative niche in DNA testing. You can make big money just doing this alone. So when it comes to immigration cases, DNA testing is typically requested when standard documents aren't available or don't match up. For example, if someone's birth certificate is lost or if there's a name discrepancy between the petitioner and beneficiary, the USCIS, which stands for the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, will request a DNA test if they need extra verification that the petitioner is truly related to the person they're petitioning for, aka the beneficiary. So if documents are incomplete or questionable, DNA testing becomes the most accurate way to prove the petitioner and beneficiary are related. So after submitting an I-130 petition for alien relative form, the petitioner might receive something called a request for evidence or RFE letter. This is when the USCIS asks for a DNA test to confirm the biological relationship between the petitioner and the beneficiary. This is when DNA testing comes into play. So the petitioner will contact you as a DNA testing business owner. You would ask for the paperwork the petitioner has received from the USCIS, and then you'd submit it to the lab. Once the lab approves, then you can conduct a DNA test on the petitioner. The lab will next send a DNA kit to the U.S. Embassy in the country where the beneficiary resides. Once the kit arrives, the U.S. Embassy will set up an appointment for the beneficiary to receive a DNA test. Once the DNA samples are collected, they're shipped back to the lab in the United States, where both the petitioner and beneficiary samples will be processed. These samples are then analyzed to verify if they are related. Once the lab finishes processing the samples, they'll send the results directly to the USCIS or the U.S. Embassy. This official report serves as proof of the biological relationship between the petitioner and beneficiary. Now let's talk about time. Typically, the results of an immigration DNA test are available in 2 to 3 weeks once the samples are processed. However, in certain international cases, the timeline may vary depending on embassy procedures and the country. So there you have it. That's immigration DNA testing in a nutshell. And again, you can affiliate yourself with immigration lawyers or different organizations in the community. And again, it is a very lucrative niche in the DNA testing industry.